Hello, Smoky Valley. It is Monday, March 23rd, and time for another Smoky Valley update concerning USD 400 students and how we're dealing with the coronavirus issue. Today, our staff came in, and when I say came in, I mean we met online. Um, we had an all-district meeting this morning, followed by building meetings, working on our continuous learning plan and where we're going from there. Um, This afternoon, our teachers spent time contacting parents with a series of questions, just a few questions about internet connections, what we can do to help, and wanting to know, because we're setting up with devices. Are we going to have online learning? Are we going to be dealing with packets? Do we have to do some type of alternative issue? As we deal with what we can do to support our kids emotionally and through this whole ordeal, as a leadership team, we also have to worry about supporting our teachers and our staff because it's a very emotional issue. They have families as well, dealing with some things at home, um, dealing with the loss of missing their kids. We have some retiring teachers that took all their stuff home the other day. It's the last time they'll be in the building, and they too did not get to say goodbye to their students or see them one last time. Today we started our free breakfast and lunch program. We have 6 locations where we're taking lunches to Fallen, Lindsberg at the Soderstrom building, Lindsberg at the high school building, Marquette at the Elam Lutheran Church building, Roxbury at the Roxbury State Bank, and Smolin at the City Park. You can sign up online, and if you don't sign up online, that's fine. Please make sure to get out there because we can still give you a meal even if you didn't sign up. We're bringing more than enough meals to those locations. I think it went very, very well today. I think a lot of people forgot about it, that we were starting today because less meals were picked up than what we had prepared for. So if you are interested in that, the meals will continue every day. Our teachers are really getting involved, and so many of them, before we even turn them loose, have contacted their students. They miss their kids, listening to some of the stories of the teachers, some of the videos that they've sent out, some of the conversations that they've had with kids, but they don't get to be around them. One of our teachers, or a group of our teachers, put together a waving parade that will be Wednesday. Watch online, you're going to see a little bit more about that. There will be a parade of teachers in cars driving through Lindsborg, and then also Marquette up and down the streets, probably honking their horns. I think I'm going to join that parade as well, waving at kids. So have your kids step out on the front porch Wednesday about 5 o'clock, I think is when they're going to start. That'll be cool to see some of the kids come out and step on the porch. Don't come out too far, but we're not going to stop our vehicles either. So Wednesday morning, we have assembled a large group of volunteers. Throughout the morning, we are going to be putting together bags of items that students have in their lockers, that students have in their desks, and locating those in the respectable gyms, as well as student instruments, possible medications, maybe artwork, textbooks that they may need, items from their PE lockers. Those will be coordinated by a group of a large number of volunteers, because we are going to have, and you'll see more about this as well, a curbside pickup on Monday, March 30th. Monday, March 30th from 4 to 7 o'clock in the evening. You'll be able to come and get your child's supplies that they had in their desk, the coats and sometimes a bunch of junk they had in their locker, and their instruments, all the items that they have at school, including their medications, etc. Pick those up on Wednesday. It'll be a drive-by, a curbside delivery. You pull up, tell us your child's name. We'll go inside and get the bag and the instruments and all the things that belong to you and bring them to the curb and move right on through. I hope everybody doesn't show up at 4 o'clock sharp, because we don't have room for hundreds of people there, so spread that out a little bit. We'll bring those to you. If you have questions about items you might want to return, we're not taking returns at that time. If you have a softball uniform, a library book, or some things that belong to the school, hold on to those. Don't lose them, but keep track of those because we'll get those when we turn back in their devices, either their iPad or their laptop at the end of the school year. Speaking of that, iPads will be delivered on that day as well on Monday, March 30th. If you are in the fourth grade, you'll be getting all the items out of your desk and your hallway locker, as well as an instrument you may have, your iPad, everything that belongs to you, we will give to you there. We're going to be very careful to maintain social distancing during that activity. Students can't run up into the school. We'll ask you all to stay on the curb and we'll bring it to you. Keeping in mind as we deal with this, three things I want to mention. Why this online learning can't look the same as regular learning. Some assignments are no longer possible. Some expectations are no longer reasonable. And some objectives are no longer valuable. Things have changed. I mentioned to you that the learning that's going to start next week with our students will be different. It will be different. Less is more. They will not be held to the same rigor. And I won't go into that again, but I just wanted to bring that out. We have Mr. Couchman's been working diligently, leading our staff through our continuous learning plan. We have to submit that to the state. He also has to submit a waiver to the state to be eligible to receive credit for the days that we won't be attending. Our students have to attend 1,116 hours. I'm not sure how many we've attended so far. Elisa will be counting that up. So we'll be applying for a waiver for the rest of those days. Again, we are going to be extending grace to those kids, to your children, and they will not be held to the same rigor. Some of our kids we know will be actively engaged. Some of our kids may find it very difficult because they're dealing with real adult-like challenges. If your student wants to get a higher grade, wants to increase their academic achievement, talk to the teacher. Just talk to the teacher. There are some opportunities to improve your grade. There are some opportunities to do better. There are some opportunities for kids who are failing, maybe to complete that class. Our teachers are very, very genuinely interested in seeing our kids succeed during this time. This is not a time for us to be punitive or judgmental. That's about all I have for today. I'm very, very concerned about the numbers that I've been seeing across the nation and in the state. Right now, I believe we have 8 or 9 counties in the state of Kansas that are in lockdown, or as the state calls them, stay-at-home mode. So many, many restrictions, mostly in eastern Kansas. I know I have 3 of my children are involved in that as well, Leavenworth County and Johnson County. So they are at stay-at-home for 30 days. We're watching this. Yesterday, there were just 2 counties. Also today, looking at the numbers nationwide, have gone from about 33,000 to 43,000 now. I don't know where it will be at the end of the day. The United States, when I started watching the numbers a little over a week ago, we were in 8th or 9th place as far as countries across the world. Today we are in 3rd place with the 3rd largest number of coronavirus cases in the world, and it's growing extremely rapidly. It is very serious when we are in shutdown mode, and many of us are right now acting like we're in shutdown mode, and that's great because that is the only way we're going to really stop this. So I continue to urge you to practice social distancing, keep your kids safe. We want to model the same thing at the school. If you have any questions, there is a Q&A on our website with some excellent questions and answers. Just go to smokyvalley.org and click on the orange button in the middle. Mr. Couchman posted some great questions and answers. So take a look at that. Follow us at smokyvalley.org. Good to see you. I'll talk to you again tomorrow.